Okay, so the first topic we'll do on this Monday, June 11th, is just a really simple review of completing the square as it pertains to circle equations. So a circle equation is usually, I'll just sketch it down here, it's usually, I'm making this up, but it looks like this. And that would mean that the center of the circle is at positive 3, negative 2, and the radius would be 4. It's really easy to see and graph a circle when it's in this form. The opposite of this and the opposite of this is your center, and the square root of that is your radius. But when it looks like what we have up here in blue, and I just realized that we want to change this 6x to a 6y. That was a little typo on my part there. All right, so the first thing we do after you fix that is group the x's together. So x squared minus 4x, and then you group the y's together. I'm going to leave some space and put plus y squared minus 6y. And the other thing you have to do is make sure if you have any plain numbers, any constants, that they move to the other side of the equation. So if I take away 8 from both sides, I'm going to end up with negative 8 on the right. Then you say, what's half of this? 2. Square it. That's 4. Whatever I add to one side, I have to add to the other side. What's half of this? 3. Square that. Add 9. It's always positive because when you square a number, it's always positive. Again, whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. Now we can factor this and factor this and just combine this. Negative 8 plus 4 plus 9 is 5. And what we do here is we take the square root of that and the square root of that. So it's x and 2, and we use that sign. So this one would be y minus 3. So I'll just rewrite it a little bit neater. And we have a easy to read circle equation where the center is positive 2, positive 3, with a radius of the square root of 5. So let's try this next one here. Group the x's. Group the y's. And again, this time, the negative 4, the constant's on the wrong side, but when I add it back to the other side, it now changes to a positive 4. So half of 4 is 2, square it is 4. Add it to both sides. Half of 2 is 1, square it, and it's still 1. Add it to the other side. So now I have x minus 2 all squared, because it's the square root of this, that sign, and the square root of that. And I have y plus 1 all squared, because it's the square root of that, that sign, and the square root of that. And at the end of the equation, 4 and 4 is 8, and 1 is 9. So the center of this circle is positive 2, negative 1, the opposite of those signs, with a radius of the square root of 9, which is a nice, clean 3. One more example, completing the square. I would pause the video right here and see if you can jot this one down and do it completely on your own. And then once you've done it, play back what I'm about to do and see if you agree. So the center of this circle is positive 2, negative 5, with a radius of 4. So that's our little mini lesson for today. Do not forget to go back and look at your study guide And also check out that website, geometrycommoncore.blogspot.com, and make sure you're logged out of your Colony account, and there's all sorts of review on that. But this is the first little review, and I'll do one every day. Email with any questions. Good luck.